Millions dream of being in show business and only a few of us even try. But despite the odds, I'm going to. I have to try.
I'm Carrie Ferenz. Today, Jessica, Lucy, and I are auditioning for the Randolph Academy for the Performing Arts. To be a triple threat, we must sing, dance, and act. We know the odds are against us. Only 1 in 10 of all those who audition get in. By the end of today, we will know if we have what it takes to be a triple threat.
When I was about 4, I decided I wanted to be a performer. I really knew that singing was for me when I started taking voice lessons. I don't want to be a performer so much as I need to.
My mom, deep down, she had a dream to act. I think I am fulfilling her dream. I hope I can do it.
I started dancing when I was 3. I was a very passionate kid. I think kids love what they're good at, and I was good.
Well, I studied for a year at U of T, and that really wasn't my thing. So now that I really know what I want to do, I really want to be in musical theater. Randolph is the place that I want to be at, so yeah, it's pretty important. You know, I don't think I'm going to throw myself in the path of a subway if I don't get in, but yeah, I don't want to be stuck in Niagara Falls for the rest of my life ushering, so yeah, the stakes are pretty high. Now I'm more nervous.
Okay. I want something that I can just dive into and something that I love, and acting is what I love.
I believe in her, and I know that we have to do whatever it takes to get her through this. I also wanted to go into performing arts and had no encouragement, and I've always felt whatever she wants to do, I have to support that. It's her dream, and I don't want it to be a dream stealer.
I decided to audition a week ago, and at that point I wanted to do it, and then so came in today, I paid the $50, I'm just gonna do it and have fun.
Yeah, I love that.
I wanted to be Mimi.
Yep.
I'm Ron Singer, and the founder of the school to my right, George Randolph. We're going to start this morning with a videotape, and then we'll spend some time talking about the audition, talking about the school generally. And then following that, you will go with George to a dance audition. And then following that, you folks are lucky enough to be with me for the acting audition. And then after that, you'll go to the singing or vocal audition.
The industry today, you have to be proficient in more than one technique. Triple threat. You have to sing, dance, and act. It's not a new concept. The MGM studios back in the days in the 30s and 40s were quite aware of that. Just to be employed in the industry, you have to be able to do it all. There's no way around it.
The goal for us in these auditions this morning, to see whether you have excellence in one area at least and the potential in the other two. If we believe the potential is there, if not the expertise, then we consider you. So bear that in mind and don't let yourself get psyched out. I know it's easy for me to say and difficult for you guys to put into practice, but try to stay cool, okay?
I'm really excited for the parts that I'm not very strong in. I'm excited to sing and I'm excited to act, more so than dance, surprisingly. But dancing is just my passion, so I'm excited.
I'm really confident and comfortable with my songs. They're pieces that I've done before, which is good because I know what's going to happen when I get in there. But then there's always that, well, I know it so well, what happens if I just blank?
I definitely want to be able to improve. I hope I can, and I hope I get the opportunity. So if they're watching this later on, I really want to come.
In terms of evaluation, I just think, it has to be based on things like confidence, things like approach to work ethic, performance quality, those kind of things. That was a challenging thing when I first started. I thought, oh my goodness. How do you hold a dance audition for those 3 different levels of people? But I think it just comes down to basics. This is my thing, repetition. Repetition, it will always allow somebody to get something, so no matter who is the better dancer, you still had to work hard.
Not that, forehead. Like there's a string coming out the top of your head, like there's a pole that goes through the top of your head and comes out your crotch. Yeah? Long, 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 long. That's how we create length. This sternum, I don't want this out. Yeah? I want you to think sternum to your spine. Back. Just have to think, okay, if I want to rise, I can't possibly do it like this because I'm going to fall over. Yeah? So you have to go, both hip bones equal, pull in my lower abdominal.
She's flexible. I'm like, oh my God, I'm sorry, I can't do that.
Dancing is not hard. It's not a hard thing to do if you can just think easy concepts.
The warm-up was sort of the more intensive part of it, I thought, which was good. It was nice to get all limber before we had to do those fun chaîné turns. It was nice that it's not all dancers and me.
Here we go. We step right, left, right, left. Let's do it again. Right, left, right, left. Do it again. Right, left, right, left. Right, left, right, left. Right, left, right. 2, 3. Oh my God, we're gonna do it again. 5. I want to go to the oceans. 5, 6, 7, 8, go. Up, up. 2, 3, 4. Good. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Not bad. Hey, guess what? Guess what? You gotta do it twice now. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 6, 8, 7, 8. Go again. 2, 3, 4, and 6 and 7. Yes!
I'm feeling warmed up.
That was hard on the feet. That's all I have to say. It was embarrassing.
She made it very comfortable, and I didn't even feel like I was being auditioned at all.
I didn't feel like I was on the spot. I felt like it was okay that I sucked.
What's next? The acting. I don't know if we get a break now or not.
I'm now looking forward to the acting part because I think that's my forte, so I'm not looking forward to the singing.
I will say quite readily that I understand people who are a little frightened or even a lot frightened, but bear in mind that you're trying now to audition for a profession that asks you to take that fear in hand, be on top of it, get up here and do your work and not run away from it.
It's been a bit of a time these past few weeks. I got a knife on the bedroom door lock and managed to get the paint off so it works.
Okay, I'm going to stop you. You always must have a need. There's not a word on any or in any professional play that is ever there without it being there for a reason.
I managed to get a knife in. I can lock it now at night.
Stop right there.
Shit, I know that was so bad.
No! You're full of crap. It was so much better.
Oh. What's the point of keeping things nice? I keep my room clean. I make my own meals when he's out. It's like a pigsty down there.
Wonderful. Good for you. Guys, can you not see the difference? Can you not see the difference?
When I came here, I wanted to improve my dancing, and that's it. And to tell you the truth, just a class with Ron, the few words that he said to me and the advice, I just learned so much, and it's kind of freaky.
Suddenly, I'm asking you to really believe in the moment, and that's what acting is a lot about. It's about going, I really believe it. For this moment, I believe as much as I can.
What the fuck are you laughing at? What the fuck are you laughing at? What the fuck are you laughing at?
Try to remember what you're like when you're dad and you have one of these arguments and you throw a tantrum.
What the fuck are you laughing at? That wasn't funny, and I didn't mean that to be funny, so don't try and make me feel cute! Because I'm not!
Yay!
I think everyone heard that. I went in with the character I had in mind, and I left with a different one. Gave my character another perspective, another dimension, especially picturing my dad as the social worker. That really helped.
If you knew me better, you'd see that this is exactly the kind of thing that's likely to happen to me. Getting knocked up, I mean. Wouldn't you know it, I'd get caught.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You're an automatic pilot, so you're running right through it. I mean, don't be afraid to take a moment before you say it to think about the impact it's going to have on me.
If you knew me better, you'd see that this is exactly the kind of thing that's likely to happen to me.
What do you mean?
Getting knocked up, I mean. Wouldn't you know it, I'd get caught. Aside from everything else, I'm not lucky either.
Good. Now what's happening is, suddenly there are little nuances. We could keep going and I could keep pushing and trying to make certain that you recognize it's not just getting those lines out, it's recognizing how this other person's reacting, which then helps you say how you say the line.
Right.
I find acting more tiring than dancing. I'm emotionally drained. I swear.
I have too many
You guys had
emotions.
raging pieces. I was just sort of like,
Well, you got knocked up. You must be exhausted.
yeah, yeah, it was tough. I'm sort of happy that the other two things are over with now. We're going into the singing.
I'm a little concerned because I've been sick, and I haven't been able to practice, and I'm afraid they're going to be a little strained, but what can I do?
It's strange. I kind of leave it up to them, and if I don't get in, there's a reason for it.
You know, I don't want to make a prediction because then I jinx myself.
Hi, ladies, and welcome to the last portion of this marathon. I just want to reassure you that we're not looking for perfection. If you were perfect, you'd be down the street warming up for your matinee of Mamma Mia. So we're looking for potential. Try and relax and give the performance that you gave in your bedroom or at your piano at home or with your vocal teacher.
Stop the car, run over this spot where the gin is cold, but the piano's hot. It's just a noisy hall where there's a nightly brawl. And oh, that jazz.
Good, much better, much better. I'd go with you. Hey, here's my credit card. Good, good. Lucy, immediately, first thing I wrote was good dancer look. And then as soon as she opened her mouth, I went music theater belt. There's a natural, saleable voice in there. So then the question is, how much more is there to that voice? And there's quite a bit more, because I took her into some vocalies and I got her to flip up into her top, and you could hear that it's a baby top, it hasn't been worked at all, but you can hear that there's possibilities up there.
Why everything's as if we never said goodbye.
Okay, can we stop for a sec? Let's try and drop everything that you've rehearsed, all right?
Okay.
And just, if this is your best friend, and just try and tell him how you're feeling.
Okay. The whispered conversations in overcrowded hallways, the atmosphere as thrilling here as always. Feel the early morning
Stop. That was brilliant up to there, okay? Then you start going back to what you've rehearsed, okay? She's a singer. However, she has gone through a kind of training that I went through as a young singer, where everything is like, hello, you know, I'm singing a tragic song, but I have a smile on my face, and she's got to get rid of that.
He's a fool and don't I know it, but a fool can have his charms. I'm in love and don't I show it like a babe in arms.
Well, Well, Jessica's the kind of person where you really look at the other areas. And as I remember her, she wasn't strong in any of them. So there was a sweet, breathy voice in tune. So in tune is good. We like that. But she didn't look comfortable. She wasn't focused. You need to feel at ease. They have to at least look like they enjoy being up there, or you start to get nervous for them.
I know she's got the talent, but I don't know how she really did on her audition. I really believe that whatever happens is going to be for the best. Oh God, I hope she gets in.
I'm exhausted. You did really well.
I think we all think we did pretty well, but I don't know what they're thinking, you know, so that's the whole fear. And it's sort of like if you're nominated for an Emmy or something and then they're announcing your name, you're like, then you don't win, you're like, you have to keep smiling and clapping. So we'll see.
You want to talk about Lucy and dance, George?
Obviously, Lucy has a lot of training. I would say she's more on an intermediate level. She picks up well, has good dynamics.
In acting, I said she brings a certain maturity to her work. She's not afraid of taking risks.
You take all of us.
Jessica.
Okay, obviously she's a beginner in dance, but what I liked about her was her attitude and her ability to pick up movement well.
Her mark in the vocal area is 1.75 out of 5. Beginner, voice in tune, fidgety, wanders. Carrie.
Obviously a pre-beginner. She would really have to show strengths in other areas, you know, to be accepted.
I certainly didn't fail her in her acting work, but she's emotionally quite tight and locked, and she needs to loosen up a great deal.
I'm sorry, Ron, I gotta...
Yeah, you gotta go to a class,
another
I
appointment.
understand. I'll meet with them and
Okay.
I'll talk to them. Okay,
Great.
George, thank you.
Thank you.
Nervous for her.
All right, Carrie. George was actually quite thrilled, even though he classified you, or he and Karen both classified you as a beginner or even pre-beginner. They felt that your musicality came to the fore. As far as the acting is concerned, I do think that it's important that you find you work in a way that allows you to free up more, and I think that goes emotionally and physically. In your vocal area, of course, that's where you shone. They gave you a 4 out of 5 and said that there were a lot of positive things there going for you. If you join us in January, we're going to ask you to take an extra dance or movement, and we specify what kind we want you to do. We feel that that would go a long way to giving you some of the physical looseness that we think is necessary. So the answer to you is yes.
I heard the cameras are right now.
Are you planning on coming in there?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Feel much calmer now. I think that I can drive home. Ah. Yay. I have to take an extra dance class, but that's okay. That's so wicked. Congratulations. Oh, thank you. I'll maybe see you in January. Yay!
In your dance audition, you did very well. Both Karen and George felt that you were focused, and certainly you have good understanding of concepts and technique. In the vocal, you got a very high mark.
I did?
Yep.
That's exciting.
Exciting. And then for the acting, I felt there was a mature approach that you brought to your work. When it comes to taking risks, you approach your risk-taking with that kind of maturity. Your work is strong, and now it's a case of you having to decide what you want to do. People do believe in your potential. Now, in order to exploit that potential and see whether it can go somewhere, the decision is yours.
Great. I got in. It's very, very exciting. I want to do it. I want to do it.
I did it! Yay! I'm famous. Remember this face.
Hi, Jessica.
Hello. Is this my chair?
Yep. Your dance, according to George, you're a beginner, but he and Karen felt that you pick up extremely well. You have good rhythm, and you are definitely trainable and have potential. In your acting, you took direction very well, and I think there's a great deal of potential and ability there. In your singing, that was your weak area. The encouraging thing is that they feel that the voice is in tune, and we're going to say the following to you, that we will take you into the program on the condition that you take extra vocal classes. If you're willing to agree to those conditions, and we're willing to have you in the program. Well, congratulations, and
Thank you.
so I'm going to assume that you're thinking of coming to the program.
Yep, I am. I got it. I have to take some vocal lessons, but I sort of figured that. But other than that, I'm in. I'm happy.
Oh my goodness. Very, very excited, very happy, very pleased. But I knew she'd get in.
I've been going for a year and a half wanting to do this, wanting to act 5 days a week. I'm gonna eat and sleep and breathe it all, and I can't wait.
I really hope that I have what it takes to be a triple threat. This is sort of my third strike here. I studied at U of T and then I studied in New York, and neither of those programs were really, really right for me, and I feel really good here. So if this doesn't work out, I think I have to sort of think things over and maybe become an accountant.
You risk something when you decide you're going to go into something like this because there's no security. I'm not going to be a lawyer or a doctor. This is it. No more professions. That's it.
Now we have 2 tough years ahead of us, and we know that less than half our class will be here in final term. Not great odds, but we are all determined to make it.